Namaskar and welcome to the TYBSc students in this last lecture about the topic Mendelism. In this today's lecture we are going to study the gene interaction in which the subpart, that is non-allelic gene interaction. So let us see what are the different types of the non-allelic gene interaction. In this particular non-allelic gene interaction, there are three different types, that is simple interaction, complementary gene interaction and supplementary gene interaction. In which the first type, that is simple interaction, gives the ratio 9:3:3:1. But this ratio, that is 9:3:3:1, is different from the common ratio. So let us see that simple interaction shows what type of the ratio and what is the actual condition occurs in this particular gene interaction. In this case, two non-allelic gene pairs affect the same character. The dominant allele of each of the two factors produces separate phenotypes when they are alone, and when both the dominant alleles are present together, they produce a distinct new phenotype. The absence of both the dominant alleles gives rise to yet another phenotype. Here we take example of inheritance of comb types in the fowl, in which we will take the two parents, that is one having rose comb and another having pea comb. So in case of the rose comb, genotypes are capital R, small p, and the pea comb having genotypes small r and capital P. So the gametes will be, for the rose comb, capital R small p, and for the pea comb, small r capital P. So the F1 generation produces walnut comb. So you can see that the two non-allelic gene pairs affect the same character. The dominant allele of each of the two produces separate phenotype. So here we can see the dominant produces from the rose comb and pea comb, the F1 generation shows the walnut comb. Now we turn towards the F2 generation. So when the selfing of the walnut comb shows the Punnett square, in the Punnett square we will see the what type of genotypes are occurred, and genotypes and phenotypes occur in the F2 generation. So the Punnett square, this entire particular Punnett square is in front of you, and in which the what type of ratio of the genotypes and phenotypes occur in the F2 generation shows the dominant genotypes produces phenotype walnut, that is capital R, and capital P produces walnut type of comb in the quantity 9. So in this particular walnut, in this Punnett square we will see the walnut type of combs produced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Then the particular parent type of combs, that is having genotype capital R small p, that is rows, are 3, that is this one, rows and rows, that is 1, 2 and 3. Then the another parent, that is having genotype small r and capital P, shows P, that is P comb type, showing quantity 3, that is here P, that is 1, 2 and 3. And the last, that is another genotype which is in absence of both the dominant alleles, which gives rise to another phenotype. Here we can see it is already mentioned here that the small r and small r and small p shows single comb and with the quantity 1, that is here the 1. Okay, so this is all about the simple gene interaction. The second type, that is complementary factor. Complementary means ekmekas purak. So in this particular complementary factor, the ratio will occur is 9:7. So let us see with the particular example of sweet pea, that is Lathyrus odoratus, having two varieties of white flowering plants were seen in this particular Lathyrus odoratus. When two such white varieties of sweet pea were crossed, the offsprings were found to have purple colored flowers in the F1, but the F2 generation shows 9 individuals of purple flowered plants and 7 individuals of white flowered plants, according to the Bateson and Punnett. In this sweet pea, Lathyrus odoratus, both the genes C and P are required for the synthesis of anthocyanin pigment, causing the purple color. But absence of any one cannot produce anthocyanin, causing white flowers. So the C and P are complementary to each other for the anthocyanin formation. In case of the absence of any one of the gene in between C and P, there is no formation of purple colored flowers. Now we will see the example of sweet pea in detail, in which the two parents were taken of white flowers, that is having genotypes capital C, capital C, capital P and small c and capital P, having the gametes capital C small p and small c capital P. So the F1 individuals having purple colored flowers because both the genes are present in the F1 generation, and having genotypes capital C, capital P, small p. So this particular F1 generation plant is after selfing produces the F2 generation individuals are seen in this particular Punnett square, and in which the individuals having the phenotypic ratio occurred is 9:7. So in which the 9 individuals are purple colored and 7 individuals are white colored. Here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So these are the purple individuals having quantity 9, and the white colored individuals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So when the precursor with the white plants having C gene produces the product with white colored flowers, and after the presence of complementary gene, that is P gene, the product will be purple colored flowers. Here we can see in this particular diagram that how the purple colored plants are produced, and with the genotypes and phenotypes we will see the let us see the ratio, particularly how the ratio occurs, and the genotypes capital C capital P having purple flowered individuals, and the number of individuals is 9, and capital C small p having white flowered individuals, the quantity will be 3, and small c and capital P having white individuals, again white individuals having number 3, and again the small c and small p having individual number 1. So all these particular white flowered individuals having the quantity 7, entire quantity 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 7. So here we have seen that with the complementary gene interaction, the ratio will be different from the normal one, that is 9:3:3:1 is the normal ratio, and in the particular complementary gene interaction the ratio will be 9:7. Now the last subtype in the non-allelic gene interaction is supplementary factor or recessive epistasis, and having the ratio 9:3:4. So let us see what is the supplementary factor or supplementary gene interaction. The dominant allele of one gene is essential for the development of concerned phenotype, while the other gene modifies the expression of the first gene. The example in this particular supplementary factor or recessive epistasis is the development of grain color in maize is governed by two dominant genes, capital R and capital P. The dominant allele with capital R is essential for red color production. Homozygous state of the recessive allele small r, that is small r checks the production of red color. The gene P is unable to produce any color on its own, but it modifies the color produced by the gene capital R from the red to purple. The recessive allele P has no effect on the grain color. Here we can see with this particular example of grain color in maize that P gene is supplementary to the R gene. So let us see how this particular ratio, that is 9 purple colored grains individuals and 3 red colored grain individuals and 4 white grain colored individuals are produced. We will directly go to this particular table showing the individual number with the ratio 9:3:4, in which we can see this particular both the all the capital genotypes, that is capital R, capital P, then the, or we can see that in this particular first 4 individuals, that is having genotypes, both the capital genotypes, that is genes are present, that is capital R and capital P, wherever the it is present, showing the individuals having phenotypes purple grain color. Here we can see in this particular all the genotypes having both the capital R and capital P genes are present. Here the number of purple grain individuals are 1 plus 2 3 plus 2 5 plus 4 9. So 9 individuals of purple grain colored maize individuals, and here we can see that in these particular red phenotype individuals, the capital P is absent, having the individual number 1 plus 2, that is 3, and the white grains colored phenotype maize plants having genotype, that is having no capital R gene is present. So whenever the capital R and capital P, both the genes are present, the individual having phenotypes purple. When only the capital R is present, the individuals having red phenotype, red colored grains are produced, and the P, in the absence of R, capital R gene, only the capital P gene wherever present shows white colored individuals, that is 1 plus 2 plus 1, 4 individuals were produced. So here we can see whenever the capital R gene having supplementary gene is P. So this is all about the non-allelic gene interaction. With this we have completed the topic Mendelism or Mendelian genetics. Kindly refer the extra reading material which I have provided in the notes. So we will meet with the new topic in the next lecture. Thank you.